Hello, this is our update for CycloSense. I'm Jovanas.
I'm Omar.
And I'm Alejandro.
So, to sort of review what we're doing for this project, the overall goal is to create a commuter friendly bike computer that will be able to sort of include navigation and metric tracking, and it'll also have predictive maintenance alerts, especially like we're looking to if your brake is like needs maintenance on, that it will be able to tell you that. And then also we're looking at having some energy harvesting capabilities that would allow biking or bike rides to be able to last longer with this computer without needing to go back and charge it. And so right now, our current status, we're kind of behind on where we thought we would be by this point in the quarter. Uh, we have a proof of functionality for most aspects, but we don't have like integration between these aspects. But some of the problems we've overall ran into is we miscalculated the ease of using a bike dynamo. Right now, the bike dynamo is sort of giving us much less voltage than we anticipated. And the power management circuit around our PMIC is a lot more complicated than we expected and is taking a lot more time than anticipated. We also expected just overall faster iterations of getting other parts of the design out, but everything is kind of proving to take more time than we overall expected. And so that's overall why we've been a bit behind.
So, to accommodate the accelerated timeline that has resulted from these setbacks, we've changed the scope of our project somewhat, and we've chosen to shift our priorities in order to make it more feasible for us to produce a minimum viable product by the end of this quarter. One thing that we are transitioning from is previously we were trying to really hone in on the low power aspect, which includes energy harvesting from multiple sources and using a low power MCU. Now, since most of our firmware for the ESP32 has already been written, we'll most likely stick with that as our final microcontroller. And since the Dynamo has not produced the results that we've expected, we will likely focus on energy harvesting only from the solar cell for the time being. For our predictive maintenance feature, we've also purchased a better microphone to get better training and prediction results. And we are also using a brand new display since the ribbon cable for our previous one very recently broke. Something that we've learned in the past few weeks of prototyping has been that I2S microphones are generally better for audio classification tasks, simply due to their inherently higher fidelity due to their digital output. And they're better when interfaced with the ESP32, especially because the ESP32's onboard ADC has proven pretty non-linear, especially in the upper and lower ranges.
And onto the market research side of things, we performed two new interviews with different types of people. One of which learned to bike maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but has since taken up biking as a large part of their daily life. And the other is just an average biker who learned as a kid, but doesn't bike very frequently. And through these interviews, we found that the key metrics, the preference of efficiency over comfort and interest in energy harvesting, have stayed the same. So that means that the key metrics that the people in the first two interviews said that they would like to see in a bike computer are the same as what the two new interviewees said, and all of the people involved would like to have an efficient ride over a comfortable ride, and they would also like to see a product that they don't have to worry about recharging as frequently. Another piece of information that we learned was that Strava, which is an app that many people use, is almost like a social media where you can record any activity, such as a bike ride, running, climbing, hiking, just generally any activity you can record, and it'll create a summary and you can post pictures along with it. And quite a few of the people that we interviewed have mentioned using that before as a means of tracking their rides. And it's also worth noting that a lot of the commercial products such as Garmin or other smartwatches and bike computers have compatibility with Strava where you can record on your preferred computer and then upload that information to Strava so you can create a post. So that could be a future addition worth considering. Some other added feature ideas that we learned or that we heard about included having audible directions as opposed to just directions displayed on the screen, as well as an indication when another vehicle is approaching or has entered your blind spot. Going to our design questions, the first of which is, as a user, what would you like to see on a website or mobile app? More specifically, what information would you like to see displayed, and what would you want to be able to control from the website or app? And next of which is on the power side of things, we don't know about whether, when combining multiple power sources to charge the battery, whether we should connect them directly to each other or if it's important to receive power from only one source at a time, and if that really matters. Thanks for listening.